These days, it can be so easy to get lost in a TV show that's streaming. Binge watching can help you escape the stressors of life, but it can still have negative impact on your health, especially for kids. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Tamsin Fidel.
I'm Corey Chambers here for Aaron E. And joining us to talk about this phenomenon is Angelina Cappiello, publisher and editor-in-chief of Preferred Health magazine. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me back.
All right, so let's talk about it, because I can be a binge watcher. I don't watch a ton, but when I like a show, there's a show I like, and there's cliffhangers at the end, and I got a couple hours, I want to knock that season out quick. So, so what's the issue with that?
Okay, well, doctors explain that binge watching, we all do it. I mean, I think we've all been guilty at some point, right? But they do explain that the reason we're doing it is that while we're watching those shows, our brain releases dopamine, which is obviously our hormone for pleasure, and it causes that want for instant gratification. Statistically speaking, I mean, it's been a popular trend for years now. 70% of us are doing it, so don't feel too guilty. Well, 20% are watching 5 to 10 episodes in one session.
Okay,
and binge watching is actually 3+ hours of TV, consistent TV watching. So it could be problematic.
I mean, I can do 3, for sure. I always think like, oh, it's like a movie.
Although it's like a half-hour show, that's like 22 minutes, and then you can kind of you can stack those up pretty quick.
Yeah, very quick, right? All right, let's talk about some. We're just trying to justify whatever we're doing at home. What are some of the harmful effects?
Okay, well, the phenomenon is still young. Like I said, tests have been going on since 2013, but in both children and adults, harmful effects can include overeating. We're grabbing popcorn candy, we're eating just not anything nutritious in that time. Also depression, because there's a lack of socialization, lack of movement, lack of exercise, and just simply being productive is completely interrupted. And then also there's a decrease they found in cognitive function in the elderly, and for children or school-age children, there are lowered test scores. So it's doing something.
So is it all bad, or is there anything good that can come of binge watching?
Well, it's fun, right? I mean, who doesn't want that gratification? But plenty of people, including myself, we're all doing it. Game of Thrones, Handmaid's Tale. It captures you, like you said, like a good book, but a good book would do you better. So I'm going to say no on that.
All right, binge watching. How do you manage it? I guess if you decide, look, I want to watch TV, but I get to the end of it. Like I'm watching Hijack right now, and you get to the end of it, and then it's like this unbelievable part, and you have to watch the next one. Yeah, they do a really good job of the setup. How do you manage that?
They do the cliffhangers, right? Every episode. But you can manage that simply by obviously, tailoring your time, your television watching time. So like the old times, you want to give yourself something to look forward to. So instead, now set aside some time, maybe 2 hours max for catching up on shows, or you schedule your TV viewing time maybe to a certain time of day after dinner throughout the week, and not all in one day. Like we used to.
Yes. And if you have young kids, I know it can be tough for them to turn off the TV, especially when they're sucked into something. And I mean, we try tricks with our daughter at home. What do you suggest?
Okay, so something that I find we all kind of overlook is the fact that smart TVs come with timers on them, and we can simply set the television to shut off completely after an hour, after 2 hours, maybe max. That's what we want to do. That would be my first piece of advice. And then maybe again limit the TV watching time to a specific time of day. I know in my house, we kind of catch up on TV after dinner. And, my kids are young still, so by the time we're done with dinner, we watch a little TV, shower. By the time they're going to bed, it's been a very limited time of actually watching a show.
All right, so if you your kids are doing this, or you're doing this too much, your partner is, when would it be a good time to see an expert or a doctor or something to say, like, hey, I think there's a problem, and does it get to that serious level?
It can, obviously. If it's affecting your life, you're not keeping up with everyday responsibilities, your relationships are affected, your sleep patterns are affected, you want to definitely seek the professional help of a doctor. And, because those actions may actually be related to maybe an addictive personality disorder. And I think we should remember, it takes a long time to, bad habits take time to form, and they also take time to shake. But I think following these steps can, help break the cycle.
All right, Angelina, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and for more health tips, subscribe to Preferred Health Magazine. You can head to Instagram. The information is right there on your screen.